Hey guys, Tomboy61, and Kleber is back in port with us. She's been in port for about 2 weeks now. I just have had so many other videos I wanted to get out that I haven't had time to feature a game in the Kleber, and well, this one happened and I really enjoyed it. Not because of crazy high damage, but because there's a couple of key decisions we make in this that I think can make anyone a better destroyer player. So I figured I would feature it. So we're here on North End. We get A side, one of my favorite ones to spawn on just because of how powerful torpedo boats can be over here. And of course, Kleber, if you don't know, is very much a torpedo boat. She can be used as a gunboat. She's a very powerful gunboat, but probably the most effective way to use her is as a torpedo boat. I really like running along this outside edge of A, especially when you're in the higher tiers. And that's because you usually have to be weary of other radar cruisers in the area or ones with sonar. When you touch the A area, the enemy team knows you are in A. You've located it for you. And as you can see here, we're not located at this time. So their team has no idea, no information as to where we are, and we're using our wonderful new, is it intuitive? The twist and track that's not twist and track that you can now get on every single destroyer commander. Well, we're going to use that to great effect because, well, we haven't spotted anyone, which means they must have a destroyer out here. So to recap, one, we skirted around the outside of A. One, that allows us to recon the enemy's team a lot more effectively and not let them know where we are. And if we want, set up a torp run on them. And in this case, we also got to see that their torpedo boat had a similar idea, but of course, we have a lot better guns. And because he is so far out and away from his teammates, as soon as we wipe him out, we are no longer even spotted by the enemy because, well, they're outside of our range and they can't see the guns firing. So we are in the clear. We didn't really need to worry about anyone or any of his teammates supporting him because this destroyer went so far out of his way that it kind of made it our way. So now we kind of have to make the decision. Do we go back to A? Do we set up a torp run on Yamato? He is kind of out there all on his own. We know he's there with a Charles Montel, and we kind of have to make the decision. Personally, Charles scares me a lot. So what we're probably going to do here is try to get close enough to Yamato to set up the torp so we can see he's being hesitant already. He knows a destroyer is out on this flank, and with Kleber, it's only a matter of time for the reposition and to get ready again. But we can see Yamato is dancing. He is trying to figure out a way. He is trying to set up a way to dodge what he knows will be incoming torpedoes. He is trying to be light on his feet, as hard as that is going to be in a battleship. But as we can see, Charles Martel, he started to flee the area as our battleships start to push into A. Yamato, we can see he's starting to back up, so we lay 2 torps where he is, and then we're going to lay a set of torps in his rear, hoping that if he decides to go full reverse, we have enough of a spread within the torpedoes that we will be able to hit him with something. Once we do this, we're going to go ahead and head on back to A, start getting that cap, because, well, the enemy team has the cap, and we need to be making our points. While we do have a significant ship advantage right now, we don't want to let that lull us into a sense of security. We need to start getting on the cap, especially because, well, it's a battleship that's on the cap right now. He is going to keep on getting reset. He is spotted by anyone. We get some beautiful hits on the Yamato. He is down, and the A side is all but clear. And now we need to do our job, get on into the cap, and get this all secured. Unfortunately, it is going to take a little bit of extra time, and we do have kind of a choice right here. We could speed out of the way and go help with the ZF6, but we see our teammates are handling it very well, and while it was tempting to kind of go out, try to get the kill on the ZF6, we can see that our teammate in the Fletcher easily gunned down the ZF6, and we can go ahead and easily and safely secure A. Our teammate in the Fletcher securing B, giving us a 2-to-1 cap advantage, and we are also even taking C. So overall, the hard part, whether we're going to win this game, is fairly well wrapped up at this point, right? We have A, we have B, we have C, and all of their ships are now in the backfield, in their spawns. So we have secured the majority of cover. They have open ocean to work with at this moment. So it is going well for us, right? We are doing a good job. So those that's right now, but we now have a choice to make. How do we want to go about taking on the rest of these ships? Because there are two battleships who are going to be extremely vulnerable to us. Those cruisers are going to scare us, and they are kind of in a picket formation. And it is now on the mini-map where I'm starting to see where at least one of their new battleships is. He is down by sea, but we can also see what the majority of our team is doing, and that is pushing full steam ahead through A and B. And one thing you need to keep in mind with a destroyer is you want to be where your team is not. This is how I used to play Call of Duty. This is how I used to play Battlefield. Usually on those maps, they're a lot smaller. You can kind of deduce where the enemy is because you know where your team is, and where your team isn't, that's where the enemy is. And as we can see right here, our entire team is going to be pushing through A and B, and they are going to be chasing what looks like those two battleships who are going to plow their way straight through C and start circling around the island. Well, guess what? 1, we are incredible against battleships. 2, we are incredibly fast. So at this point we could choose to follow the rest of our team and go up, though that may not be the best result for us, right? Even depending on what these ships do, if they decide to start to run from sea, we want to be able to be there to intercept them, right? We have torpedoes; those are great interception weapons. We want to get them in the highest chance possible, like in the position to make the most damage. And by going away from the rest of our team, going where our team is not, we are going to be able to do that. Now, as we say that, Bismarck gets absolutely slapped by torpedoes by the Fletcher, and he is probably going to go down before we can even get there. Grosser Kernfurst, on the other hand, well, he has decided to turn around. Now, sadly, neither of these guys really decide to push all the way through, but I'm still happy with this decision that we made. We were planning ahead and seeing what possible actions they could take, and we still do a decent job taking out Bismarck right here. We just only have to hit him with like 1 torp in order to send him to the bottom. We let 1 torpedo tube go, hold for the rest. Sadly, other people take him out. But now, Grosser Kernfurst, well, he is the last one who's going to be well within our range. We are quite quick, even though he is also sailing away. But he does appear to be sailing straight into a navigational obstacle, i.e. that island straight ahead. So we're going to leave our throttle pinned full forward and get ready to make a torp run. We're going to hold him to the last second. While it may reduce the amount of damage we're going to end up getting, I'd rather get the damage. We do get 1 little torpedo hit there and start a flood. He does repair it, I believe. Yeah, he does end up repairing it. But we can see he is most likely going to be meeting with that island. We'll wait for him to come to a full stop and release the torpedoes when we know he is all but stuck. We go ahead and let those torp tubes go. Sadly, he takes a couple of huge hits right there, so we only get a little bit of damage. But we do end up finishing him off, and now all that is left is that Charles Martel that we started the match with. So we're going to go ahead and charge on in because, well, at this point we have all of the caps, and we've only lost 3 ships. So we might as well take that back. We've now lost 4 ships. We might as well just go ahead and charge ahead here. But yeah, guys, I wanted to show this match just because there's 2 very key decision-making moments right there. One, going around that outside of A to be able to, 1, spot the people who are going to A if the enemy team ends up using that kind of inlet that peninsula in A forms for cover. You're able to spot those people for your team and possibly make a torpedo run if they want to stay stationary. And 2, it allows you to sort of control a little bit more, hunt their destroyer a little bit more effectively, and be at a distance where you can easily retreat if you need to. Now, Charles Montel is definitely coming our way, so we're going to go ahead and get the AP loaded because, well, he's close enough where the AP should do magnificently if he decides to turn in, which we're hoping is what he will end up doing. But the other key decision right there was when he went south of B and C, opposite of what the rest of our team was doing, just to go ahead and set ourselves up and be prepared for what could possibly be that the breakaway that those two battleships were doing. But yeah, we hit the Citadel on Charles right there. Wait a little bit longer for us to finish off. Sadly, we don't get the kill right there. We do get a Citadel, which was nice on that previous salvo, and our friendlies go ahead and finish them off. Guys, that's a Kleber game. I hope you like it. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.